Lake Whatcom, the drinking water source for Whatcom County, and the Nooksack River, spanning most of the county, are both tributaries into Bellingham Bay, which eventually flow into the Salish Sea and Puget Sound. These watersheds provide recreation opportunities, culturally and economically important resources, and habitat for many species. The tribe relies on the river for the most important cultural and sacred food, salmon, in which 3 of the 5 Pacific salmon species inhabiting the Nooksack River are listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act: Chinook salmon, steelhead, and bull trout. The main driver for the decline of Chinook salmon in the Puget Sound region is still habitat degradation. Creating deep pools of colder temperature water for salmon refuge is promoted by restoration through invasive species removal and planting native tree species along watersheds. Learning about salmonid distribution and watershed health's role in sustainable fisheries instills responsibility and agency in community members. Globally, available surface and freshwater resources account for less than 2.4% of the total water of the world. Community understanding and participation in maintaining the stability of natural resources is needed to restore and preserve complete watershed functions. The push for participation from the community is concentrated on watershed residents, community members, and watershed visitors. Community members and future scholars can get involved in restoration and conservation efforts through financial support, city and county-sponsored programs, and events for conservation and restoration, and self-taught learning. Community engagement can be in-person or digital and often takes 2 forms: passively receiving information and actively engaging in watershed resources management and decision-making processes. Most of the recent engagement in Whatcom County has been informational forums, the spread of knowledge by mail and digital outreach, and stewardship behavior. With various trans-county partners, adoption of stewardship behaviors is a metric for success. Engaging students instills commitment in institutionalizing effective engagement in watershed management. For healthy, productive life for growing human populations and aquatic life, access to clean water is essential. Without effective and holistic community-based watershed management, biodiversity and water security are at risk. Learning about how small-scale efforts impact the regionally important salmonid life cycle and habitat will place importance on interacting with conservation and restoration efforts.